Happy Storytelling Saturday. This is Karen from Shrooms and Shrugs. And I guess I should just get on with it and tell you the last part of Once Upon a Time, not long ago, I was a garden utensil. So, my third and final phase happened after my separation from my husband. I went crazy. This also happened to be the time when I was a chef and I was cooking in restaurants. So I was living quite the wild life for someone who was a single mom for a little while anyway. I still was responsible when it came to my kids, and it was when they were with their father. I was being a little whore. And sorry for the setup as it is now. We unfortunately forgot our tripod this morning, so we are going to be just doing things this way. I'm sorry. So during this time, I was a lot more responsible. I cared about people's feelings for a sense. There was a lot of talk. It was a very mature whole phase. To the point, I will say one example. This is how I'll end, because this is not very long. Because it's not like I'm going to give you details about all the things I was doing. Okay? Okay. I did join FetLife at this time. I was exploring polyamory. I was exploring BDSM. I was exploring all those things. I found my sexuality. I found a lifestyle that fit me. I live happily and monogamously with a partner now. But at the time, I was really exploring everything. But anyway, I had partners, multiple partners. One I really started developing feelings for. He was a bartender at a restaurant I was working at called the Algonquin. He was out of a long-term relationship, and we had talked a lot. I knew the things he wanted for the future, and I knew that I could not provide them because at this point I had tied my tubes. Was not looking for a serious relationship. I didn't want to develop feelings for this person, but I did. So I cut it off quickly. And I explained to them that I want you to have the life you deserve. Because I do believe he deserved, and he has that life now. He's married and he has beautiful children, and I'm so happy that I was mature enough to step back and say, you know what, I care about you too much to block you from pursuing this in your life, because I could not give that to them. And eventually through, weeding out partners and going through this final freedom phase, I met my current partner. It was rough at first. We had a lot of ups and downs. But we've grown together, we've learned together, we've worked together, we've become the partners each other deserves. And that took a long time, and quite a few off and on times. That's why I never judge anyone who's going through a phase where they are just sleeping around and they don't know what they want. Because you have to figure out what you want. You have to explore your sexuality to figure out who you are. You don't want to be, marrying young and be stuck in a marriage and you're figuring out there's things that you like that your partner does not, and you never explored those options or opinions. You were all caught up in the feelings and in the moments. And let's be real, successful relationships are not just about feelings. They're not. You have to be logical. Do I think about some of the partners I've had that I've had caught feelings for? What they're doing now? Yeah, sure. But I'm so happy now because I went through these 3 slut phases and I sowed my wild oats and I figured out what I wanted in life, who I wanted in life. And I found a partner who understands that my kids are the only kids I'm going to have. I'm not having any more children. My polyamorous days are over. I want to be just with you. Yeah. All that is behind me. And I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. I don't have that FOMO of having this wild early life because I've done it. I wouldn't recommend it for everybody. You have to be of a certain... Honestly, you probably have to be a little mentally ill to put yourself through what you're about to put yourself through. Because it's not easy. Not in the least. And I am not going to be able to finish this hat with the little bit of yarn I have left. But I did make it kind of long, so I can always just start over. Oh, goodness. So I made a summer hat. And after it sat for a little while, it got pretty flimsy. This cotton is a lot softer than a Lily Sugar and Cream. It is really soft, especially now that I'm using this sustainable polyester, recycled polyester, mixing with it. This is going to make a wonderful winter hat. But I think, yeah, I made the brim way too big. I did 45. Maybe I should have done 35. But that's not the point of this story. That's just me realizing I screwed up. Yet again. But isn't that what life's all about? So next week, now that this story is done, I think I want to talk about what it's like being mentally ill and having moments in and out of mental hospitals. Maybe. That's a hard one, but we'll see how it goes next week. And that is it for me tonight. I hope you all had a good week, and I will see you next time.